Well, in terms of introduction, first of all, may I say, I don't remember in this country that we had a minister of any sort that can be as articulate on digitalization as Minister Pierakakis. And that's an interesting sign of the times for this country. So my role here is more from an investor's perspective, because naturally we have a very successful CEO of a telecom business and the minister. And I can tell you from an investor's perspective, I actually think, putting telecoms aside for now, that this country is in an inflection point. And it has been, people felt maybe a year or two ago, but I think now, with the combination of the funds that are coming from the European Union, from the proof that actually, in particular, this government for the last couple of years has shown proper signs of actually leading the country, then I think you will see increasingly foreign investors coming into this. And this is not because they come and speak at esteemed conferences like yours or others. I think factually, investors are looking into this country. So I think, first of all, Greece is in an inflection point in my mind to attract foreign investment. Greece has a unique opportunity to do so, and I hope it doesn't lose it. And the telecom sector itself, I think it's also at an inflection point because, as you probably will hear from my fellow panelist from Vodafone, I think there are still areas in the telecom space that I think the country is behind, and it can really catch up. Infrastructure, as the minister mentioned, is one of them, especially when we talk about fiber or either infrastructure projects, which I think you will see them skyrocketing. You will have also other areas like mobile data usage, where I still also think that the country is behind the European average, and I think there's more that we can do. And if I were to put also my media, call it investment hat on, where you have pay TV, for example, I think also that in that area, pay TV penetration in this country is behind some other markets. So there are certain areas where the country, with proper management and proper investment, can pick up. The last thing I would say is that I think when you look at the state or any government, my experience, having been investing now for 25 years, is that the government is not always the best manager. But you don't expect the government, with all due respect to the minister, to be the manager. You want the government to be the enabler, the facilitator, to create the environment so that investors can come into this country or any country and make a difference and help entrepreneurship. Because ultimately, entrepreneurship is the engine of any growth. And ultimately, investors will come and invest, not just in Greece, but in any country, but since we are in Greece, certainly in Greece, and Northern Greece in particular, when they see growth. So for me, all the initiatives that are happening, all the funding that's coming into this country, all the sort of euphoria that's rightly so surrounding this country now is very much justified by the fact that I think we are in the right path and all the right moves have happened by the state to facilitate this investment, and certainly in the telecoms and digitalization sector is key. So I think as an introduction, I didn't want to say anything else apart from the fact that I do think that the country is in an inflection point and a very important inflection point, which I hope it takes advantage of. And certainly as investors, foreign investors with an industry, in our industry in private equity, there's currently more than $4 trillion that are managed. There's more than $2 trillion that are not invested. Investors are looking for a home, and I think this country has a great chance.